Hey everyone, Justin Giddings here, the Kickstarter guy, and today I'm going to answer a question that I get honestly more often than I would have expected, but not a ton, if that makes any sense. So here's what it is. Most of you have kind of one idea in your head in terms of like a project you'd like to crowdfund. However, every once in a while I get somebody who comes along and they've got a lot of different ideas, lots of cool stuff, lots of things they could crowdfund. And they ask a very simple question: which project should I crowdfund? And the answer for that is very simple. Anything that you want to crowdfund is completely okay. I've crowdfunded video game documentaries about women with cancer who turn to gaming for support. I've crowdfunded readings at fancy places so that I actually did this for a project I actually eventually got attached to called The Man from Death. We crowdfunded to host a reading at the Soho House in Los Angeles, right? So there wasn't even a project really other than kind of renting out the space and getting everybody in the room to show it to people. I've crowdfunded circuses, I've crowdfunded short films, comedies, I've crowdfunded web series, I've crowdfunded books, I've crowdfunded games. Whatever that thing is that you're passionate about is totally fair game. There are a couple of points to think about. One is that genre does have a built-in audience. So horror, sci-fi, quirky retro 80s things. Like whenever there's a clear message essentially, or a clear narrative thematically, right? Again, that's kind of what a genre is. Like, oh, there's a loose set of sameness, a set of rules that kind of generally apply to this thing. So whenever there's clarity like that, it can be more attractive to people because they kind of know what they're getting. Good or bad, a horror movie is going to kind of live in oftentimes that sort of same space. And so when people contribute to it, they're not like, well, I know roughly what I'm going to get at the end of it. That being said, genre can be a pitfall. Don't just rely on the audience to show up. I had a campaign once that had Morena Baccarin and William Shatner attached to it. Filmmakers are brilliant people. Actually, the film just came out recently. It's awesome, amazing, getting tons of great reviews and all this kind of stuff. But in any case, they all kind of assumed, and frankly, I did a little bit too, that those big giant names being involved in a genre project, this was a horror film, horror animated film, that people would like just flock to it. And they didn't at first. Without the work in play, again, it's that whole thing of like, you got to drive traffic to, it's marketing, you got to drive traffic to the campaign page, the web page or whatever, because it just existing doesn't matter. It only matters once people actually see the thing. So once they started doing the work of driving traffic to the site, yes, they had great conversions and their backer averages were really high and all that kind of stuff. But oftentimes when people have something really cool, it's easy to think that the project is the plan. The genre is the plan. Documentaries are another really great example of a genre that is really, really popular for crowdfunding. But just having a good doc, even if it's about something important, remember, you can't rely on your audience to show up. You still got to do the work. Okay. Anything can go viral. Most things do not. So most projects are going to live in like a 20 to 50K range. And that's like 50K, 60K. It's like a hard number to hit. We always read about the ones that went viral. We always read about the big multi-$100,000 or multi-million-dollar campaigns. But those are literally, I just did the math on this. 0.015%. So basically like 0.02% is what the success rate is on Kickstarter for projects $100,000 or more, right? So don't think, oh, this thing is going to go viral and it's going to be huge and big and all that kind of stuff. Work for the number that would actually apply for that project to make it happen. Don't throw this big, awesome project out there that you need $500,000 for and ask for 30K, because then if you get it, what are you going to do, right? So anything can go viral. Most things do not. Really, at the end of the day, do the project you are most passionate about that fits into some of these parameters. Again, watch some of the previous videos. and start applying some of these parameters to your campaign. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to passion. People are inspired by passion, not ambition. They don't care that this is the thing that's going to get you an agent. They don't care that this is the next step in your career. Frankly, they often don't even care when it's like connected to some sort of cause, or like there's diversity there, it's women-led filmmakers. Because think about it, if people thought that was really, really awesome, we probably wouldn't have the problem in the first place. So that's not to say that those can't be selling points for the project, of course. It's just that at the end of the day, they're going to care as much as you care. Just the thing on paper that it's, you know, genre, or it's got a really diverse cast, or it has a really specific issue. None of that on paper matters. It's when you see the person behind the project get excited and fired up about it. I did a video about mirror neurons, this like biochemistry thing where your brain lights up when you see other people excited. Like literally, people are physiologically affected, not just emotionally inspired, by passion, not by ambition. So don't necessarily, I mean, obviously this is part of the formula, but don't pick the project that you think is best or that's going to get you the furthest. Crowdfunding is a tough thing. I think I'm going to do a video actually about the why, the fuel behind all of it, because it's hard. It's challenging. Now you can do hard things. We can do hard things. It's a little family motto we have of ours. We can do hard things. My little 4-year-old, we can do hard things. But you got to be driven by something, and that emotional, passionate why is going to be the thing that drives that. And then, of course, in the end, it all comes down to those 3 core components, those 3 essential ingredients: having a marketing plan, having a multiplier. For most people, that means having a team, and having an adequate amount of prep time. So your project, again, could be amazing. Whatever it is, again, weird circuses, documentaries about whatever. All that stuff can be there, but know that you're still going to have to do the work, which comes down to those 3 core components, and that your passion is really going to drive the success of your campaign. Cool? All right. Hope this helps. Stay tuned for more videos. Go back and check out other videos. Wherever you're watching this or listening to it, you can always reach out to me with questions, comments, anything that I can do to help you guys. This is for you. That's what drives me and why I've been mostly doing this every single day. My family got sick and I missed a couple days, but I caught up. Now I'm catching up again. Let me know in the comments below if you're getting anything out of this. That's the other thing. I mean, you know, if you enjoy this, let me know. Share it. Like it, comment on it. I want to help as much as possible, and that kind of feedback helps me determine what it is that you guys want to learn about and what I should spend some time maybe doing some extra research about, or pulling from my course or something like that. Cool? All right. Peace. Hope your day is awesome. Talk soon.